Eric Jacobowitz with Castle Computer Technologies is the guest on this episode of NRG This Week. To contact Eric, visit his website, castlecomputer.com.
Yeah, so just please, folks, do that. Listen to what Eric is telling you. I'm telling you. Mike's telling you. Move the modem. Don't click stuff. You get in trouble, call Eric. Simple. Eric, you should bring me on to do a commercial for you. I'll bring it to you. This is the guy you want to call. Stuff don't work right on your computer. You call him. Hey, everybody. Leon Thomas here with Mike Weiner. Mike's the president and CEO of Network Referral Group. We'll call it NRG. Welcome to NRG This Week. Hi, Mike. How are you?
I am doing super groovy. Leon, how are you today?
I am really, really good. Really good today, and hopefully I'll feel good tomorrow and Friday
Absolutely.
too. Yes. You want to know why I'm wondering how I'm going to
I was
feel?
going to say what's happening Thursday and Friday. I know what's happening, but
You
for
know
our
what's
viewing
happening, but
audience, what's happening for Leon? You're not having another foot thing where you show up for Mercy Hospital with your foot in the air. I put my foot up in the air.
another no more. The foot is not going to show up on the show, but
Yeah.
we do have this. If I could get a single shot from our producers here, this is called Soufflave. It is the prep that you take in preparation for a colonoscopy. And mine's coming up on Friday, so I'll be taking the prep and all, but I want everyone to follow along because so many people are concerned and they get all these anxieties about the colonoscopy. This will be my third one. And listen, I'm going to be doing live broadcast all day tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. If you go to the Leon Thomas Group website and click on latest show, you're going to be able to see it. Or you can go to our YouTube channel and watch it live as they're happening. And if you really want to follow it closely, send me an email. Send me an email at Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. Again, that email is Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. And I'll send you a link every time I go live because I want folks to see what happens the day before, Mike.
You know, Leon, I remember last summer I had to have my first colonoscopy and I was very nervous about it. And you, as an experienced, is it colonoscoper? I'm not sure if that's the right word, but you were like, Mike, because you and I have known each other for a couple of minutes now, right? Few years, few decades. And you're like, Mike, it's all going to be okay. And you kind of walked me through and, alleviated a lot of my anxiety. Of course, that was last year when I was 59, turned 60 a week ago. So I'm into the 60s now, but you were very good with that. And I think for the men out there, they need to do it. This is not a medical minute from Leon and Mike, but you know what? You got to do it to make sure you're healthy.
Got to
One
do
of
it.
those things.
Got to do it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going to kind of document it, every 2 hours or so to show folks what's happening or what's not happening. We're not going to show great detail on a lot of things, of course, but will be enough to make sure that folks are educated. Folks, check it out. You need to learn more about Network Referral Group. Go to nrg.online. Go there. Again, the website is nrg.online. You'll learn about Network Referral Group. You can also contact Mike directly. Mike's email is mike at networkreferralgroup.com. And you can also give Mike a call. The phone number is 443 756 9656. 443 756 9656. So, Mike, tell me what's happening new at NRG.
I tell you, Leon, October is a very exciting month. It starts with my birthday, October 1. It ends with Halloween. And September and October and May are generally the three biggest months for NRG. Since that extravaganza, Leon, we've been averaging almost 2 members a day coming in. We have an international group on Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we're inviting the whole world to come to that. Our goal is to eventually break off 10 different countries. So that's our goal for 2025, Leon, is to be in 10 countries, continue to go across the U.S. We've had some exciting new members coming in and just a lot of great success. So if you haven't been to an NRG meeting, all my information is here. Reach out. I'd love to talk to you, invite you out to a meeting and help you grow your business.
Right on. Looking forward to it. It's amazing growth you're having. I wish you continued success with NRG. And for those of you that have not attended an NRG meeting, you need to do that. It's a great way to meet other like-minded business people, and it's a great way to get referrals for your business, but just not by someone saying, "Here's a card, call this guy," but from actual leads that are going to be valuable to you. So you want to be able to do that. Go to nrg.online or contact Mike directly. Mike, tell us about our guest today. Who do we have?
You know what, Leon? I'm really excited. Eric Jacobowitz, we've known each other a little over 2 years. I remember when he came to his first meeting, and he'll tell you the success he had immediately after the meeting. He is now my IT guy. So when I run into a computer problem, a Zoom problem, a cell phone problem, he has just been amazing. And he's an IT guy for several members that we've had on the show in the past, Lori Landon and Norman Wasserman, et cetera. But Eric's he's in Florida. He's originally from the Long Island area, big sports fan like both you and I. And he's a great guy. So, I was thinking a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I haven't had Eric on. And I know I texted you this morning and said, we got a really exciting guy. So we want to welcome Eric to Studio 54, where NRG this week is now live. So, Eric, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hi, Eric. Mike
Absolutely.
said you're a sports fan. Which teams do you follow?
I'm a big Yankees fan, and
So, Mike, who's our guest for the show? Who's our guest today?
So,
No
I think
Yankees fans allowed.
oh my God, Eric, he did the unthinkable. He took you out.
that's all right. My
That's
team's
what
still in
happens.
the playoffs, but my team's still in the playoffs.
Oh,
Oh, okay. You're
uh-oh.
right. Yes,
Hey,
you're right. You're
Leon, I
right.
got someone from Boston we can bring in the last minute if we need to. I'm just kidding.
Well, great, Eric. It's really nice of you to spend time with us. We appreciate your kindness and willingness to spend time with me and Mike here on NRG this week. Now, I got to tell you this. Mike emails me, right, and he said, "I have a great guest for today." Now, but every guest they're great, they're fabulous, they're outstanding, right? It's never I have a guest. So there's always a superlative, and all the guests have been great, outstanding, super groovy, all of that. Okay, but he said it's my IT guy, and he introduced you and said you're his IT guy, and in the pre-show conversation you was IT guy. So what does that mean? What do you do first? What does that mean when someone says they have an IT guy? And tell us what you do, Eric. What do you do?
So I am an IT guy. I take care of computers, troubleshooting computers if there's a problem, if you're getting pop-ups all over your screen, or making sure you have good security on your computer, so you have proper security to protect you from viruses. If Zoom's not working, or your printer won't print, or email's not working properly, I take care of it. The best part is I do it all remotely. Doesn't matter where you're located. I log onto your computer and I can troubleshoot the problem.
So then, if I'm having a problem, I can't get the computer to work, right? I get a dead screen or whatever. You're gonna dial in somehow and tap into my machine and take it over. Is that in essence
Yes,
what you're doing?
I can take it over no matter where I am. If you have an internet connection, I can get onto your computer. If you don't have an internet connection, which is what happened with Mike a couple of times, I can talk you through getting the modem reset and getting back online, or troubleshooting the modem if there's a problem.
Okay, right on. Now, about I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, I clicked on a link in an email that appeared to be from someone that I knew that said, "Hey, check this out," or whatever it was, and I clicked it. The next thing I know, this thing pops up on the screen that says, "You've been infected. Call this number for help." So I'm infected, right? I call the number. I paid them $99 and got nothing for it. And my computer looked like it was infected. What is that? What is that?
Well,
What's that called? And how do you work
that is
around
that
all
is a scam. And for $99 that you paid them, they installed software on your computer that they can monitor your computer, or worse, steal your personal information. So yes, when you get those pop-ups on your screen that says call this number, you've been infected with the virus, that is a scam. And that's one of the things I do help remove. I can log onto your computer, I can get rid of it, or I can talk you through how to get rid of it. A lot of times it takes over your screen. One of the things that causes it, when you do a Google search and you click that first link that says sponsored, and it's not really, so let's say you search for Amazon, it says sponsored and it says Amazon and you click it, that's fake. It's a fake advertisement. It's going to pop up that message on your screen. So the best thing to do is when you do a Google search, scroll down below the sponsored links and click the real links. And then that's one way of preventing that from happening.
Don't click the sponsors, the sponsored ones.
Yep. Don't click the sponsored links. Most of the time they're fake.
Mike, you got that? Don't click the sponsored ones.
Yeah, I got that. I learned so much from Eric all the time, Leon. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
good crazy though.
Yeah, it is. It's a good person to know. So, Eric, what would be a popular? Well, first, tell us the name of your business and how folks can get in touch with you, because
Uh,
people are watching now and they got to be thinking, "I had a problem last night, yesterday, last week, or whatever." Tell us the name of your business and how they can get in touch with you.
So my company is Castle Computer Technologies. My email address is eric@castlecomputer.com. My phone number is 973-710-7020. And my website is castlecomputer.com.
Castle Computers. All right. So we want to make sure that when we'll show that again. So now, what are the most popular reasons that people call you first? And then we'll get into some of the other things you do. What are the most popular troubleshooting things that happen?
So people call me when they say their computer's working slow. Sometimes you get bogged down with all kinds of temporary files and your computer gets really slow. Or if updates need to be installed, your computer gets slow because it doesn't have the latest software to run. Or if they're getting pop-ups all over their screen from clicking on links. Or pop-ups on the lower right-hand corner of your screen on Windows, because your web browser, Chrome or Edge, is displaying all kinds of notifications and they get in your way. That's a popular one. Or if they have a virus on their computer, or something, or just their printer's not printing. They have a problem. I can't get my printer to work, which happens often. Or email's not sending correctly.
Mm-hmm. So you're the guy to get in touch with.
I am the guy, and I troubleshoot all those problems.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long have you been doing this, and how did you get started? Tell us your story.
All right. So I've been doing this now 24 years full-time, going on 25, and about 10 years part-time before that. I started out, I've always been into computers my entire life. When I was 13, took my bar mitzvah money, bought myself a computer, taught myself how to use it, programmed it. When I was graduating high school, going off to college, there weren't really many jobs in computers at the time. So I went and became an accountant, graduated, went to my first CPA firm, and I knew how to use a computer. And there were 2 computers there for 10 accountants. Most people there did not know how to use a computer. So I became the go-to IT guy in the office, worked there for some time. Then I went and became the chief financial officer of a nonprofit organization. While there, everyone was getting a computer in their own individual office. And I found myself doing more and more computer work, less and less accounting work. In 2000, I left and went out on my own, and I've been troubleshooting computers and providing security and doing monitoring. I can monitor the health of your computer. I've been doing this now 24 years. I monitor the health of your computer 24/7. Nothing you need to do. I take care of everything for you. And if you have a problem, hey, Eric, I'm having a problem. I just log on and take care of it. That's all for one small monthly fee.
So I pay you whatever it is per month. You're able to monitor what's happening on my device. And if something's not right, do you need to call me, or you just jump in and do it?
I'll never log on without asking first, but I'll
Okay.
call you. Hey, Leon, something's not working. Something doesn't look right on your computer, or the security or I got notified there's a virus on your computer. I'll take care of it right away. But when I monitor, I can't see what you're doing. I don't know what you're working on. I can't see your files, but I can see the health of your computer.
Okay. All right. And Mike, tell us about a situation that Eric's helped you through.
Oh my gosh, he's helped me with so many. One of the most interesting ones was I had internet issues and the modem was in the basement. I work in the second bedroom here at the home, and we had a lot of internet issues. And Eric finally recommended to get the cable guys to move the modem into my office. Remember that, Eric? That was
Yeah, I
an
remember that.
ongoing one. And
Well,
then
for
so
Comcast
they
on
moved the modem up into the office. Leon, Eric was advising the cable guy on what to do. I mean, this is not, Eric is not your just ordinary IT guy. I mean, he was telling the cable guy, do this, do that. And it was amazing. And now I've had very few issues. The modem, I could throw a baseball and hit it in the office now, but it's close by. It's near the computer because I run 36 Zooms a week. I cannot be down. The other thing Eric's beautiful at, if I'm having an issue, a minute before a Zoom, I call Eric. I'm like, I got Pittsburgh at 8 o'clock. It's 7:58. He'll go in there, he'll log on, and he'll fix it. I can't even tell you how many times he's done that. So what he provides is peace of mind. I know that I'm going to be up and running. And I think, Eric, the hardest one was the internet thing because that was beyond our control.
Right.
But you gave me great advice to get the modem up in the office, and that's what we did. And it's been pretty smooth sailing since then, Leon.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, Eric, you recommended that Mike moves it up, near his office. And I don't know, Mike, if you're using a wire connection or wireless, but at a cousin's home a couple weeks ago, I asked him how to use what's his password, right? His Wi-Fi password. And he didn't know it, but he told me he had it automatically in his computer and on his phones and so forth. And he said it's written on the modem. And I said, "Oh, great. Where's the modem?" He says, "Downstairs." And we're in a 3-story townhome, so we're upstairs. So he had to go all the way down just to get the password that's written on the modem. And I said, "Why don't you just bring it upstairs? Relocate the modem." And he says, "Oh, well, the Comcast people, Comcast, yeah, okay. Am I busting on you? Not necessarily, but I did have a long call with you regarding cable TV the other day. Now, so anyway, he said that's where they put it because that's where the wiring came in the house. Like they could have put it anywhere you wanted it. They can put it there, right? So many people have them in the basement and all the way and all that. But that's enough about that. Eric, what else do you do? You do the troubleshooting, the monitoring. What else? What other services do you provide?
So full service IT, troubleshooting, you call me, you have a problem, I take care of it. The monthly monitoring of your computers, that's I will do that for small businesses, solopreneurs, and home users. So it's for a small monthly fee. I monitor the health of your computer, like I was talking about earlier. Make sure everything's working smoothly, and make sure you have good security on your computer to help you from viruses and keep your data safe and everything else safe. And I also advise if you're getting a new computer, what to get, or help you set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts. So if somebody steals your password,
set up what?
Multi-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication. You log into Facebook. you log into Facebook with your password, and then get a text message on your phone with a 6-digit code. You have to enter that code in. It's a way of keeping your data safe, so nobody can steal your accounts.
Gotcha. Okay. You can set up all of that stuff. That's what
I help you set up all that stuff.
All right, great. Man, somebody I know named Leon Thomas wearing a Toy Story shirt needs to get in touch with you. Yeah. Now, how about small businesses? You can help a small business too, right? Like we have six folks on our team scattered all over the country. You could kind of help us, right?
Yep, I can help you make sure everyone's secure. If you need to share data, setting up proper data sharing with security as well.
Right on. That's just great. So Eric, tell us again how we can get in touch with you.
So you can give me a call. My phone number is 973-710-7020. You can send me an email, eric@castlecomputer.com, or my website, castlecomputer.com.
All right, right on. Eric, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to run some advertising that was all done by the team at the Leon Thomas Group. We're very proud that we provide opportunities for college students and recent grads. And we're going to take a look at those ads. Then when we come back, you and Mike are going to talk. So you're watching NRG. Let's take a look at these ads now.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
At Rod's Car Repairs, we work on all cars, old cars, new cars, and your car. Car Repairs by Rod.io.
Well, hi, everybody. This is your announcer, Biff Bergman, speaking for Farmer John. Farmer John Luncheon Sausage and Farmer John Luncheon Meat. Either way, Farmer John is easternmost in flavor and westernmost in taste. You can purchase all Farmer John products at your tri-state area, Mike's Meat Market. Go to mikesmeatmarket.com. Mike's Meat Market and Farmer John. What a double play combination.
Hi, it's Robin from LTG Radio reminding you that the holiday shopping season is just a few months away. But you don't have to wait until December to start your shopping. You can do it now by going to Why Wait? Shop Now. .biz. That's Why Wait? Shop Now. .biz. There's no need to wait. Go to Why Wait? Shop Now. .biz. Start now on that Christmas shopping list. And now, back to more LTG Radio.
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Hey everybody, welcome back to NRG This Week. We're here talking to Eric Jacobowitz with NRG President and CEO Mike Weiner. Eric, I'm going to back away. You and Mike go ahead and have a groovy conversation. Mike's going to ring the studio bell when it's time for me to come back in.
Thanks, Leon. So, Eric, it's great to have you here. You and I have really gotten to know each other on a business and personal level. And anyone that's watching this live or in the future, and this will be on the NRG's YouTube channel, Eric. So let me ask you a question, Eric. I've got a couple of questions for you. How do you stay caught up? It seems to be there's a new email scam or this or that. I've never asked you this, how do you educate yourself and stay current on what's going on out there so you can be the phenomenal resource that you are, not only to NRG members, but to anyone that needs your service? So how do you educate yourself on all of this?
So I do a lot of reading of computer articles and latest trends in security magazines or online security sites, but also I'm a computer user. So if there's, I'm getting those emails that you're getting as well. And I read through them and I look at them to see if they're scams or not. But it's mostly a lot of reading about latest scams that are out there and how to keep yourself safe. And when working with my clients, they're always coming up with new and inventive ways to have problems. And I'm out there troubleshooting them.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, there's a common, maybe not known fact. A lot of times these come in on emails, but can they also come in on a text? Can you get scams and different things on text messaging?
Yes. Yeah. Not only email, you can get a text message scam. It might say it's from UPS or FedEx or USPS. That's a popular one. They're trying to deliver a package. Click here to update your address. That is a scam. Those companies will never text you asking for your address. They already have it. IRS will never text you Your bank will never text you. Those are all scams. Just delete them.
You know, the USPS, I've been getting that for years. Is it best for folks to delete it, to block it, or to do both? Or what's your advice when you get something like that to try and minimize it coming in again? Is there a kind of a action items you would tell people to do?
So if it comes in on an email, do not reply to it. Do not do not say remove me from your mailing list. That's just going to validate, or unsubscribe. That's going to validate that you're a legitimate email address. Just delete it. Don't interact with it at all. If it comes in as a text message, same thing. Just delete it from your texts. Don't click the links. Never click a link in a text message or an email that you were not expecting, because 9 times out of 10, it's a scam.
Yeah, you and I've talked. Sometimes it's been even on the weekends, and I've called your text you, and I'm like, I just got this email and it looks a little suspicious. And I think your big thing is never click on a link within an email. Go to the website. I think you've taught me, and
Yes.
then go there properly to find out if it's legitimate or not.
Yeah. Never click a link in an email if you're not expecting it. Never open a file in an email if you're not expecting it. And even if you are expecting it, call the person that sent it to you and say, hey, did you send me this email? Because the hackers are getting really good at disguising emails to making them look real. So, and I have my clients email me all the time saying, is this legitimate? And I'll check it out for them.
You know, it's funny. There's so many hackers out there, Eric. If they would just give up the illegal stuff and start their own business and then come join us in NRG, they would be a lot happier instead of scamming folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I always
There's a
tell
lot of money
people.
out there in that. There's a lot of money in these
What
games.
is absolutely what would you say is I know we're not gonna have you mention the client's name, but what was one of the most challenging things you ever had, and how did you resolve it, and how did you feel afterwards? Has it been one that's been a little bit more? You seem to be extremely proficient with me, even with the modem situation in the basement. But have you had something that was a little bit more challenging, and you had to finesse it a little bit, and you kind of were scratching your head and like, I'm going to have to really roll my sleeves up and get creative to fix this?
Yeah. There's always problems that you haven't encountered before, or things that give you a really hard time. I was working with a client recently where they had a virus on their computer and I couldn't get rid of it, which seemed unusual. Just had to go extra, a little extra elbow grease to try and get rid of it and really dig in through the system where my regular tools that I use weren't working. And I had to go through file by file, painstakingly, tediously, and find what was causing the problem. Finally found it after searching and searching, and got rid of it and got that computer working properly the way it should be working.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Who, Leon usually asks, and we forgot to ask. I'm trying to remember back when you and I first met. Who was the member that referred you to me? I don't remember. It's been a little while. Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly. It's been a while. I want to
That's
say
unusual. Yeah.
I want to say Darcy Finolio, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
I know Darcy really well. It may have been her. What there's a lot of folks out there, Eric. They've never been to a networking group, or they've been to one and they didn't have a lot of success. You know how I roll when you join. I blow your phone up with 23. What would you say to someone? Let's go after the harder one. They've been to another organization, maybe it's a leads group or whatever. What would you say to someone when why should they come to NRG? Why should they check out what we're doing here?
To me, the biggest reason is the members. The members of NRG are phenomenal and always willing to help. And Mike, you've heard me say this in my testimonials.
Yes.
I had a problem where I needed to reach out to somebody for help. And there was a person that I spoke to in NRG. We've spoken a couple of times. We weren't friendly. We didn't know each other very well, but we met on NRG and we've had our face-to-face. And I needed somebody in North Carolina to help me out. And I called this person and she went above and beyond helping me out. Taking care of everything that I needed, making sure everything was taken care of. And it was just so helpful. So to me, more than anything, yes, it will help grow your business. Yes, you'll meet a lot of great people, but the members of NRG are willing to go above and beyond helping people with whatever they need. And they want to see you be successful.
That's awesome. One last question for you. What would you say has been your most unique? Maybe you've only had it one time. Maybe it's a cell phone. I know you and I had talk about cell phones, and AT&T had a power outage. Remember that? That was nationwide around the country. But what is something that you've only had 1 or 2 times, but it was a challenge, and you were able to help the client out?
Um, when I first started back in the 90s, somebody called me they're having a computer issue. I helped them with the computer. They had a pager, and it wasn't working properly, and I was able to troubleshoot the pager and fix the pager. You know, those little beepers used to.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was the most unique.
Did you have where I know in Maryland there was a company called PageNet. Did you have PageNet where you lived?
I don't even think it was paid. I don't even remember. It was so long
Yeah.
ago.
I think there's still a few folks that use pagers. I don't know if it's doctors or people in the medical. It's like fax machines, or I used to sell them, and they're still in the title industry. So I'm going to have you wrap up. Give us a sentence or two. You run into somebody in an elevator and you swap cards. What would you get us? Just give us a good summary of what Eric Jacobowitz does. And for those of you watching, I swear by Eric, you've helped me so many times. And I know with my new virtual assistant, you've been a big resource and helpful to her. You also help people with CRM issues. I know that as well. What would you give us kind of a summary? Take 2 minutes, give us a summary, and then we'll bring Leon back in, and then we'll wrap up. But what would be a good summary for you? Thank you.
Full service IT company, troubleshooting computers, removing viruses, taking the frustration out. You know, Zoom won't work properly, email won't work properly, your printer won't print. And instead of you screaming at your computer, give me a call. I log onto your computer, I troubleshoot the issue, and it's very painless. You don't have to bring your computer to a shop and wait 3 days to get it back. We take care of the problem right away. I work with small businesses, solopreneurs, and home users. It's all done remotely. It doesn't matter where you're located. You could be, next door in Florida. You could be across the country in California, up in Canada. Doesn't matter where you are. I just log on and I troubleshoot the problem.
Awesome, Eric. Appreciate you being here. We're going to bring Leon back in, but it's been great talking with you. And for those of you who are starting a company or have computer issues, Eric's your go-to guy. I swear by him. He's helped me on so many different situations. A lot of it more has been Zoom. You know what, Eric? I think homeowners should be putting their modem up in their office. Why are we letting the cable company dictate to put in the basement, right? Maybe another bit of advice is, put the modem where it's going to be, closer to your computer, correct?
Correct.
That would probably work a lot better.
Yeah, the signal falls. So if it's in the basement, it has to work extra hard to get upstairs. If it's upstairs with you and the signal falls, anyone that's downstairs will have access. So you want the modem higher up.
Absolutely. Leon, going to turn it back to you in Studio 54.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Right on. So when I was listening to y'all talk, I thought about seniors and all the scams they get, right? Either on phone or via email. And I have a relative who I'm telling them, do not write back to these people. Don't send them a check. Don't say take me off your mailing list because you just verified it, right? And when you said don't tell them take me off your list, don't click stop in the text or anything, just ignore it, right? That's for us, right? There are many folks that aren't seniors that are getting spammed as well, right?
We all get spammed daily.
Yeah. So just please, folks, do that. Listen to what Eric is telling you. I'm telling you. Mike's telling you. Move the modem. Don't click stuff. You get in trouble. Call Eric. Simple. Eric, you should bring me on to do a commercial for you. I'll bring it to you. This is the guy you want to call. Stuff don't work right on your computer. You call him.
There you go. Leon, tell Eric how many years we've known each other, because it's more than 3 minutes.
It's been like 3.5 minutes, Eric. We've known each other. We've known each other since the fax paper days, the thermal fax paper days.
Oh yeah,
the kind when
it's $3,000.
Yeah, when it spit out, it would curl up and all of that
and
stuff,
then fade over time.
And then fade. Yeah. I worked in the hotel business at the time, and we used to make copies of faxes to give them to the guest on real paper. and they thought we were the greatest hotel ever. We had the modem, the internet connection on the side of the phone, so you could use dial-up AOL, and even had the number on the nightstand, so you knew which number to call. Oh yeah, we could charge $7 a night more because of that stuff. It was great. Yeah. But anyway, that's the story there. Eric, so good to meet you and see you again. And thanks for being here on NRG this week. And let's give your contact information one more time. I want folks to be able to get in touch with you.
So thank you for having me, Eric Jacobowitz. My email is eric@castlecomputer.com. My phone number is 973-710-7020. And my website is castlecomputer.com.
Right on. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. Thanks for being here on NRG this week. And Eric, make sure you follow me tomorrow as we start the Soufflé.
Is this the colonoscopy countdown?
This is it.
The colonoscopy countdown.
We're on the countdown. Right on. So, Eric, thank you again for being with us here on NRG.
Thank you for having me.
Mike, right on.
Thank
Another great guest here on the show. Another great guest and great information too. It just wasn't here's me. Eric gave some great useful information for everyone to think about in terms of their computer safety, online safety, and all of that. So this was great. Glad he
Yeah.
was here. Yeah.
Eric's very knowledgeable and he's very relatable too, Leon. When you talk with him, he knows how to talk with folks. It's not like he's talking down the because IT can be kind of interesting and tough, and he's extremely relatable. And that's what I would say to our viewing audience. If you want someone long term, Eric's been with me for now over 2.5 years. So
yeah,
great guy.
right on.
I
Yeah,
agree
it
with you.
seems like it. Right on. All right,
Yep.
folks. Here's what I want you to do, everybody. Next week, we'll be back for another NRG this week. But you can listen to past episodes of NRG if you go to the Leon Thomas Group and click on Listen Live. That takes you to the Leon Thomas Group radio network. There are episodes of NRG playing there. We're an open source, open scheduling format. So there's shows running all the time. All the time. 3 a.m, you wake up, go to the LeonThomasGroup.com, click on Listen Live. There's a show that we produce running, and it might be NRG this week. So that's what you should do. I'm just saying, you got nothing to do at 3 a.m. Why not? Why not? Mike, we're not allowed to talk sports, so we won't. We'll only take 30 seconds. That's it. We have Ravens against Commanders this weekend. What do you got? What do you think? In 30 seconds, let's roll.
Tough game. Ravens are going to beat the Commanders. It's going to be the battle of 95. Baltimore Ravens 28. Commanders 27. There's going to be a missed extra point. And Lamar Jackson is going to win his 4th in a row. And he's making a run for his 3rd MVP. You heard it first from Mike Weiner at NRG this week. Leon, what's your score?
Commanders really big over the Ravens. I see something like 45-17 with Justin Tucker missing 3 field goals, and on Monday they replace him. That's what I see happening. We'll find out on Sunday, and we'll talk about it next week on NRG this week. We'll see.
Tucker making the field goals like the sun coming up and going down. And he did win it this time in overtime.
Yeah, it was a 5-yarder. He's going to miss. Folks, we got to go. They're in my ear saying sign off. Okay already. We got to go. See you next week on NRG this week. See you later. Stop yelling at me.
Bye-bye.